From a fierce critic who once called Donald Trump an old fool to becoming the most powerful right-hand man next to the president, JD Vance's remarkable transformation has shaken up American politics. Born into a poor family in Middletown, Vance has risen to become the third youngest vice president in U.S. history, representing a new generation of Republicans. Notably, he is seen as a strong contender to succeed Donald Trump in the future. Will JD Vance remain an absolute loyalist, or is he a cunning strategist secretly reshaping America's destiny? But that's not all. The never-before-revealed personal secrets of this ambitious political figure will leave you stunned. A politician, an author, and a brilliant investor with a massive real estate empire that even the elite must respect. Don't miss this video uncovering the future heir to President Donald Trump, Vice President JD Vance. JD Vance grew up in poverty and endured a difficult childhood. Born as James David Vance on August 2, 1984, he is of Scots-Irish descent and was raised in a struggling working-class family in Middletown, Ohio. Once a booming steel town, Middletown gradually declined, leaving many families, including Vance's, in financial hardship. Unlike President Donald Trump, who was born into wealth, Vance experienced adversity from an early age. His mother, Bev Vance, battled drug addiction and frequently changed partners, making his childhood unstable. With his biological father absent, Vance was primarily raised by his grandmother, whom he considered his greatest source of strength. He witnessed domestic violence, faced emotional neglect, and lived in poverty. Beyond financial struggles, Vance grew up in an environment plagued by crime, drug abuse, and unemployment. However, instead of succumbing to these challenges, he developed a strong will and determination to break free from the cycle of hardship. This difficult upbringing shaped the ambitious and resilient JD Vance, who would later rise to become a key figure in the Republican Party. At 17, he took his first job as a grocery store cashier. After graduating from Middletown High School in 2003, he enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps, serving as a military journalist for the 2nd Marine Aircraft Squadron. During his 4-year service, he was deployed to Iraq in 2005 for 6 months as a non-combat photographer and writer. He earned the rank of corporal and received several honors, including the Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal and the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal. Vance attended Ohio State University from September 2007 to August 2009, graduating magna cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts degree in political science and philosophy. He then pursued his legal education at Yale Law School, where he took his first major step toward wealth and influence. After earning his law degree, Vance quickly climbed the ranks of success. He spent time in Silicon Valley as a senior associate at Mithril Capital, a venture capital firm founded by billionaire Peter Thiel. However, his true rise to prominence came in 2016 with the release of his memoir, Hillbilly Elegy. Published during Donald Trump's first presidential campaign, Hillbilly Elegy became a bestseller, shedding light on the struggles of the working-class communities in Appalachia. The New York Times even listed it as one of the 6 best books to understand Trump's victory. In 2020, Netflix adapted the memoir into a film starring Amy Adams and Glenn Close. The book's success brought Vance substantial earnings, with publisher HarperCollins paying him nearly $350,000 in 2020 and over $475,000 in 2021 in royalties. But JD Vance is not just an author or a savvy investor. His ambitions extend far beyond. He set his sights on the ruthless world of American politics, where power reigns supreme, from fierce critic to loyal ally of Donald Trump. Just over 8 years ago, ahead of the 2016 presidential election, JD Vance was one of Donald Trump's harshest critics. He publicly called Trump an idiot and a deplorable figure, and in private, even compared him to Adolf Hitler. At the time, Vance was clear. He had no intention of becoming a Trumper. However, Vance had a strong connection with Donald Trump Jr., who admired his book, Hillbilly Elegy. By 2018, Vance returned to Ohio and invested in economic development projects to help his community. Observing Trump's growing dominance in the Republican Party, he realized that aligning with Trumpism was the key to political success. In 2021, after a personal meeting with Donald Trump, Vance made a dramatic shift. Both men set aside past criticisms, and in an interview with Fox News, Vance publicly apologized for his previous remarks about the former president. His political breakthrough came in 2022 when he decided to run for the U.S. Senate. Vance, once a Trump critic, now fully embraced his support, receiving a crucial endorsement from Trump. This backing played a key role in his victory in the Republican primary. His campaign also received a massive $10 million donation from tech billionaire Peter Thiel in 2021. Ultimately, JD Vance won the election and took office as a U.S. Senator from Ohio in January 2023, earning an annual salary of $174,000. Since then, Senator Vance has become one of Trump's most trusted allies in Congress. He consistently defends Trump's policies and supports the America First agenda. His stance on abortion is moderately conservative, mirroring Trump's position. Furthermore, Vance has praised Trump as a great president and has openly supported the claim that Biden stole the 2020 election. Congressman Vance officially becomes Vice President of the United States. On July 15th, former President Donald Trump personally called JD Vance to formally ask him to be his running mate for Vice President. The call came just 20 minutes before Trump made the official announcement on Truth Social. The two had previously met at Mar-a-Lago on July 13th, just before the rally, where Trump survived an assassination attempt. Trump made the announcement on Truth Social stating, "After much thought and consideration, and after evaluating the qualifications of many candidates, I have decided that the best person to serve as Vice President of the United States is Senator JD Vance of Ohio." The former president highlighted Vance's background, noting that he is a Yale Law School graduate, a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, and a successful businessman in technology and finance. According to Trump, Vance has dedicated his career to helping people in states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, and Minnesota. As vice president, Trump stated that Vance will fight for the U.S. Constitution and stand alongside him in the mission to make America great again. Before entering politics, JD Vance had a highly successful career in venture capital and was best known for his best-selling memoir, Hillbilly Elegy. His achievements in business and publishing have significantly contributed to his personal net worth, which is estimated to be up to $5 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth. JD Vance's $5 million net worth in luxury real estate. Beyond his roles as an author and politician, Vice President JD Vance has made a name for himself as a successful venture capitalist with significant contributions in finance and technology. His diverse career path has helped him amass an estimated net worth of $5 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth. $1 million real estate portfolio. Among Vance's most valuable assets is his stunning $1.4 million mansion in Cincinnati, Ohio, a true symbol of his financial success. Inside JD Vance's $1.4 million Cincinnati estate, in June 2018, JD Vance and his wife, Usha, purchased a historic mansion in the prestigious East Walnut Hills neighborhood of Cincinnati, Ohio. Situated on a sprawling 2-acre lot, the 4,700-square-foot home boasts 5 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Built in 1858, this elegant estate masterfully blends historic charm with modern luxury, offering a glimpse into the refined lifestyle of the vice president. Beyond his Ohio mansion, JD Vance has also invested in prime real estate in the Washington, D.C. area, owning multiple properties that reflect his growing financial success. In 2014, Vance and his wife Usha purchased a townhouse in Washington, D.C.'s Capitol Hill neighborhood for $590,000. Nestled on a quiet, tree-lined street, the home has been a valuable asset for Vance, serving as a rental property. Currently, the townhouse is rented for $3,700 per month, and the tenant has spoken highly of Vance and his wife, describing them as kind and thoughtful landlords. After winning his Senate seat, Vance expanded his real estate portfolio, purchasing a $1.64 million home in February 2023. Located in Delray, Alexandria, Virginia, this neighborhood is known for its liberal culture, with many stores displaying pride flags and LGBTQ+ symbols along its main streets. With multiple properties in Ohio, Washington, D.C., and Virginia, JD Vance has strategically built a real estate portfolio that reflects both his financial growth and his expanding political presence in the nation's capital. After becoming vice president, JD Vance will move into the official residence of the Vice President of the United States, #1 Observatory Circle in Washington, D.C. The house, located on the grounds of the U.S. Naval Observatory, was built in 1893 and has undergone multiple renovations. It has served as the home for every vice president from Walter Mondale to Kamala Harris. The 9,000-square-foot mansion features 33 rooms, including both public and private spaces. Among its standout amenities are a heated outdoor pool, a library, and a sun-filled glass room, offering both comfort and elegance for the vice president and his family. Beyond his real estate investments, JD Vance has also made a name for himself in the world of venture capital, further solidifying his financial and political influence. In 2020, JD Vance co-founded Narya Capital, an early-stage venture capital firm based in Ohio. He launched the firm with $93 million in capital from a group of Silicon Valley billionaires, including Peter Thiel and Eric Schmidt. Narya Capital focuses on investing in companies that leverage technology and science to address future challenges and drive innovation. Before founding Narya, Vance built a strong background in venture capital through his work at firms in Silicon Valley. His investment strategy is highly diversified, spanning both high-tech and traditional industries to maximize returns and minimize risk. Vance has made over 100 investments, each valued between $1,000 and $15,000. Among his larger investments, he holds a stake in online video platform Rumble, valued between $100,000 and $250,000. He has also invested between $50,000 and $100,000 in Kriya Therapies, and between $100,000 and $200,000 in App Harvest, Inky. These strategic investments reflect his deep involvement in the world of finance, technology, and entrepreneurship. Although there is little public information about JD Vance's car collection, some sources speculate that he owns several luxury vehicles, including a Tesla Model S, an electric car icon worth $90,000, a Range Rover, a high-end SUV valued at $80,000, and a Porsche 911, a legendary sports car worth around $100,000. Beyond his personal interests, Vance has made notable comments on car ownership costs, sparking controversy. In an August 2024 speech, he suggested that child safety seat regulations could be a factor contributing to declining birth rates in the U.S., arguing that the increased cost of buying larger vehicles to accommodate safety seats might discourage families from having more children. This statement ignited heated public debate. During a Michigan rally in August 2024, Vance also criticized economic policies, stating, "Thanks to Kamala Harris's spending policies, the average price of a new car is now nearly $50,000 a year." However, data from the U.S. Bureau of Transportation Statistics contradicts this claim, reporting that in 2023, the average annual cost of owning and operating a car, assuming 15,000 miles driven per year, was $12,182. From multi-million-dollar real estate to highly profitable investments, JD Vance built a solid financial empire long before entering politics. However, his lifestyle and personal views continue to surprise and spark discussion among the public. Coming from a working-class family in a struggling industrial town, JD Vance deeply understands the challenges faced by everyday Americans. This background has shaped his humble and down-to-earth lifestyle, despite holding one of the highest political positions in the country. Vance remains committed to serving the community, actively participating in charitable initiatives, supporting veterans, and advocating for economic policies that benefit the middle and working class. He maintains strong ties to his hometown of Ohio, frequently visiting and working to improve the lives of the people there. Education has always been a core value for Vance. He often speaks at universities, engaging in lectures and discussions to share his experiences and encourage young people to pursue knowledge and personal growth. Vance believes that every individual has a duty to contribute to society, and he continuously strives to create meaningful change through both his policies and personal efforts. In his private life, Vice President JD Vance enjoys a happy and fulfilling family life, balancing his political responsibilities with his role as a devoted husband and father. JD Vance is married to Usha Vance, a talented attorney who has been his steadfast partner throughout his career. The two met while attending Yale Law School in the 2010s, where they co-organized a discussion group on the social decline of white Americans and collaborated on various projects. Usha, an accomplished editor for Yale's top law journals, was drawn to Vance's resilience and ambition. In his memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, Vance described Usha as his spiritual guide at Yale, crediting her for helping him navigate the challenges of academia and seize new opportunities. Their shared values and deep connection led them to marry in 2014, building a strong and loving family together. The couple has 3 children, 2 sons, Ewan and Vivek, and a daughter, Mirabelle. Despite his demanding political career, Vance remains a devoted father, often speaking about his children in public. During a Senate debate, he expressed special affection for his son, Vivek, highlighting the central role of family in his life. Both JD and Usha work hard to create a nurturing home environment, ensuring their children grow up with a strong sense of identity, culture, and values. Their happy family has been Vance's greatest source of strength, supporting him through every stage of his journey. As vice president under Donald Trump, JD Vance has made diverse and impactful contributions to the administration across multiple key areas, shaping the nation's policies and future. Vice President JD Vance has played a crucial role in the Donald Trump administration, bringing both intellectual sharpness and oratory skills to the team. His selection as Trump's running mate reflects the former president's desire for a strong, like-minded ally who shares his political vision and strategic thinking. Among those who have sought to inherit Trump's legacy, Vance stands out as the smartest and most eloquent figure. From his campaign days to his time in office, his public speeches and media engagements have demonstrated quick wit and sharp political acumen. Vance's approachable demeanor and ability to connect with the public make him a natural for television appearances, a skill that Trump, himself a former TV star, deeply values. His strong communication skills have also been instrumental in Republican campaigning and party unity, helping to strengthen Trump's influence and rally conservative voters across the nation. JD Vance has been a key force in the Trump campaign, particularly in mobilizing young and working-class voters. He is one of the rare figures in American politics who can bridge the gap between the Midwest's working class and disillusioned urban youth, while also maintaining strong ties with Silicon Valley elites and intellectual circles at top universities. While Donald Trump's leadership style is often bold and confrontational, Vance presents a calmer, more measured approach, allowing him to connect with a broader audience. His ability to engage both blue-collar workers and intellectuals makes him a powerful political asset. This distinction isn't just about age or background. It highlights Vance's potential to guide the MAGA movement in a more nuanced and strategic direction, appealing to a younger generation of conservatives. Growing up in a factory town in Ohio, Vance has always expressed deep concern for the working class. His commitment to protecting their interests is evident in his advocacy for economic policies that prioritize job creation, wage growth, and improved living conditions for American workers. At the Republican National Convention on July 17, 2024, JD Vance delivered a powerful keynote speech titled "Make America Great Again." He emphasized the need to strengthen the U.S. military and reinforce America's global leadership. According to Vance, a truly strong America isn't just built on military power, but also on a thriving economy and national unity. He highlighted the importance of strategic alliances and the need to protect national interests against global threats. Vance has also been a fierce defender of executive authority, opposing judicial interference in presidential powers. He has argued that judges should not have the ability to block executive orders, citing recent cases where courts have delayed key Trump administration policies. By advocating for a stronger executive branch, Vance has played a pivotal role in ensuring the administration can govern effectively without unnecessary legal obstacles. His stance has further cemented the Trump administration's commitment to decisive leadership and policy implementation. Donald Trump overcame immense challenges to secure a resounding victory, reclaiming the White House as the 47th President of the United States. However, looking ahead, it is clear that Trump, now 78 years old, will likely step away from the political stage after his term ends in 2028. This victory, however, has laid the foundation for a new era of conservatism, and the figure poised to lead this movement is none other than Vice President JD Vance. If you look at his background and his age, JD Vance is the most successful person of his generation in American politics. Political analyst Yuval Levin told The New Yorker, "The MAGA, Make America Great Again movement, spearheaded by Donald Trump, is a powerful political force that champions nationalism, economic revival, and resistance to globalization. Trump's victory has solidified this movement's influence, and many see JD Vance as its future leader." Some commentators have even dubbed Vance the Crown Prince of MAGA, a leader who not only inherits Trump's political legacy, but also has the potential to expand and evolve the movement, uniting various social classes under a populist vision. Despite his significant contributions and growing influence in American politics, Vice President JD Vance has not been without controversy and political scandals, making his rise both remarkable and polarizing. In September 2024, JD Vance sparked significant controversy when he claimed that illegal Haitian immigrants were draining social services and causing chaos in Springfield, Ohio. He even alleged that they had stolen people's pets, a statement that quickly spread across social media. However, local officials refuted these claims, clarifying that the Haitian immigrants in Springfield were legal residents and that no credible reports of theft or disturbances had been recorded. Despite this, Vance continued to push the narrative, which contributed to rising tensions and bomb threats in the local community. While he later condemned the violence, he stood by his hardline stance on immigration. On February 14, 2025, at the Munich Security Conference, Vance delivered a speech that shocked European leaders with its sharp criticism of the continent's policies. He declared that Europe's greatest threat was not Russia or China, but its own internal decline. The biggest danger to Europe is not Russia, China, or any external force. It's the retreat from its own fundamental values, values similar to those that once defined America. His speech notably excluded any mention of Ukraine, a central topic at the conference. Instead, he attacked the European Union, EU, for censoring free speech on social media, specifically criticizing Germany for targeting its own people over anti-feminist comments, Sweden for convicting a Christian activist, the UK for allegedly violating religious freedoms. Vance's remarks left the conference attendees stunned and outraged, with European lawmakers condemning his aggressive rhetoric. However, while his speech drew sharp criticism abroad, Donald Trump praised it as a great speech, reinforcing their shared stance on global affairs. On October 1, 2024, the only vice presidential debate of the election season took place on CBS, where JD Vance, Republican, faced off against Tim Walz, Democrat, in a 90-minute exchange on key issues shaping the election. When questioned about the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot and his stance on the 2020 election results, Vance avoided giving a direct answer. Instead, he shifted the discussion to his vision for the future, emphasizing his belief that Donald Trump would restore America's strength. This tactic, likely drawn from his legal background and debate experience from Yale Law School, frustrated critics who accused him of dodging transparency on the issue. In November 2024, Vance faced further criticism for skipping several key votes on the confirmation of judicial nominees proposed by the sitting president. His absence, along with that of a few other Republican senators, allowed several Democratic judicial nominees to be confirmed more easily. This angered conservative allies who had expected him to take a stronger stance in opposing these appointments. Despite these controversies, JD Vance remains one of the most influential political figures of the year. His rise from author of Hillbilly Elegy to U.S. Senator and now Vice President marks a remarkable transformation in both ideology and power, solidifying his growing presence in American politics. Unlike many politicians from privileged backgrounds, JD Vance comes from a small working-class town in Ohio, a place deeply affected by economic decline and the opioid crisis. His memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, turned him into a leading voice for working-class white Americans, particularly those who feel abandoned by globalization and the political elite. Vance has championed issues such as unemployment, addiction, economic hardship, and public distrust in government, aligning himself with the same voter base that propelled Donald Trump to victory in 2016. As he entered politics, he not only inherited Trump's influence among this group, but also expanded his reach, reinforcing his role as a key figure in modern conservatism. JD Vance has emerged as a major force in reshaping the Republican Party, with many dubbing his approach Trumpism 2.0. While staying true to Trump's populist ideals, he has elevated them with a sharper, more strategic, and long-term vision. His policies focus on economic protectionism, strict immigration controls, and preserving traditional American values. As one of the youngest vice presidents in U.S. history, Vance is not just a political leader. He is also shaping a new generation of conservative Republicans. His influence extends beyond the present, positioning him as a potential future leader of the movement, one who blends conservative ideals with a pragmatic approach to governance. JD Vance's influence in economic policy stems from his strong advocacy for protectionism, a stark contrast to libertarian free market economists. He prioritizes American workers over corporate interests, aiming to curb the dominance of large tech corporations and revitalize domestic industries. Vance has been a fierce proponent of policies that bolster U.S. manufacturing, particularly in steel, automotive, and high-tech industries. He has pushed for reducing reliance on Chinese imports, strengthening domestic production, and protecting American jobs from outsourcing and global economic shifts. His vision aligns with economic nationalism, ensuring that America remains self-sufficient and globally competitive. As vice president, Vance has played a key role in shaping a more assertive and nationalist U.S. foreign policy, particularly regarding China and other strategic adversaries. He has been one of the most hardline conservatives on China, advocating for higher tariffs, stricter investment regulations, and policies that promote American industrial self-reliance. Beyond economic measures, he has also championed border security, working to curb illegal immigration and prioritize the interests of U.S. citizens. His push for stronger alliances with like-minded nations in Europe and Asia reflects a strategic shift in U.S. global engagement, focusing on economic and military strength while limiting involvement in unnecessary conflicts. With his strategic mindset and long-term vision, JD Vance is not just a major figure in today's political landscape. He is a force shaping the future of American politics. Many believe he is already laying the groundwork for a future presidential run, especially given his strong backing among conservative voters. While Donald Trump built the foundation of the MAGA movement, Vance is seen as a natural successor who could lead the next generation of Republicans. His youth, modern approach, and ability to connect with working-class Americans set him apart from traditional politicians, making him a powerful figure in the party's future. In 2025, JD Vance took office as the 50th Vice President of the United States, serving alongside President Donald Trump in his second term. Sworn in on January 20th, 2025, he immediately took on key political and diplomatic responsibilities, signaling his influence within the administration. Ahead of his inauguration, Vance resigned as Ohio Senator on January 9, 2025, preparing for his new national role. The inauguration ceremony, attended by former presidents and world leaders, marked the beginning of a new conservative administration under Trump and Vance. Since assuming office, Vice President Vance has taken bold steps in both domestic and foreign policy. In February 2025, he embarked on his first international trip as vice president, attending the Munich Security Conference in Germany. His speech there drew sharp reactions from European leaders, highlighting his assertive foreign policy stance. With his strong leadership and decisive actions, JD Vance is proving to be a key player in the Trump administration, helping reshape U.S. policies at home and abroad. More than just an ambitious vice president, JD Vance represents a new era of leadership, bold, pragmatic, and deeply connected to the people. His journey from a struggling boy in Ohio to the second most powerful position in the U.S. is a testament to the enduring American dream. If America's destiny calls, could JD Vance be the next president? Time will tell. But one thing is certain, he is ready for any challenge that lies ahead.